Welcome to another episode of the Bernie and Marley podcast, where we are officially on Spotify.
Woo!
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm here with Marley, my co-host.
Forgot about me? Get
Yes.
socked up.
Again, my bad. No, so we're on Spotify now. Apparently, people couldn't hear us on the app, on the iTunes store, because they didn't have the apps, because they didn't have iPhones. So we are on Spotify now. All I got to do is download the Spotify app, search Bernie and Marley, and you will find us there. And we have about 90 views already, 90 downloads on our podcast. I want to thank you for that.
Yes, thank you guys. Couldn't do this without you.
Who the heck wants to hear us, dude?
Apparently somebody. I guess statistically, somebody has to want to hear us.
And you know, like about the podcast app, the stuff I get to see that the viewers don't see is the numbers. It tells me how the age group that listens to us. So apparently 22 years old to 34 listen to us, and they are mostly females. Wonder why is that?
I don't know. But thanks, ladies.
Is that because you girls are on the phone all day?
No. What about you guys? You guys even take it when you guys go take a dump.
Same thing goes for you guys.
Not really.
That's
Unless
just
I want to
weird.
use it to get away. Take my 5-minute break.
This girl. The way I get this information is when you guys create your Spotify account. You know how it tells you your age, you're a male or female. That's how it registers to my account and tells me who's viewing it. But that's surprising stats right there. So in today's topic, we're going to talk about how has dating changed. And I think social media has a lot to do with that, because now I feel like if you could send a message to anybody, that's kind of considered like a dating website, right?
No, but you know, social media didn't change the dating game. Just being able to go online changed the dating game, because
Well,
as
that's what
soon
I
as they
mean.
started, no, you use social
I mean,
media.
well,
Online
yes,
dating is a thing.
Facebook is considered like a dating website.
It could be
Instagram,
because that's how people connect.
Snapchat, all these platforms could be dating websites.
Yeah, I never said they couldn't. I was just more like correcting you that social media, it's not necessarily that it's because of social media that it's changed. It changed when we got online dating, like Match.com and things like that. Those are like the starters for that.
You ever done online dating before?
No.
Liar.
Never.
Are you serious?
No, I've never done that. Before even like online dating, I've had friends who did the dating services through the phone, and you would call the dating number. People would have profiles, like audio profiles, and if you liked the way they sounded or you were feeling their voice, maybe they were, you know, and you clicked on the button, you know, picking them, and then you would hear more about them. Or I think what it was is that you would pick the button or whatever number they told you to select that individual that you were feeling, and you would be connected to them so that you could actually speak to them.
Wait, what do you mean? Hold on. You would pick the voice, so the voice sounds good?
Well, it's like an audio profile. Like you hear them, you hear how they're describing themselves.
So how will they describe themselves?
I don't
Hi.
remember. I didn't use that.
Hi, my name is Bernie, coming to you from Inland Empire, California.
My sign is I'm a Pisces, and I like to go on long walks on the beach, and I don't know. I never
Little
use.
do you know, I'm a homebody.
I don't go anywhere. I sit in my room all day.
Yep.
No, but for real though,
So that's what it
I'm not
was,
sure,
right?
because
So
I'm not sure. I didn't use the services, but I mean, you describe yourself, and if you like that,
I thought you said you did.
I told you I did, and I told you I had friends that did that.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I know about that, because
Okay.
I never did those things. I was just like, nah, I'm super like, you know, that's fishy, that's sketchy. I don't know who I'm meeting, who I'm talking to. You
What
know,
if the guy's ugly? I feel like they should sound ugly. Hey, my name's Pedro.
but honestly though, guys, like even if you don't know if they're ugly because you're just basing on their voice, sometimes you have a really nice charismatic voice and it totally fools you. You never know.
My name is Irene.
That's how they really sound for the recording. What if they use their cousin? I don't know.
When the girls are not good looking. Hi, my name is Becky.
That's how they did the dating services before online.
Really? So it's just like 1
then
through 10.
along
Which one did you like? Like, oh, I think 6 sounds good. I'm gonna push number 6, and it just.
Well, it says their names, so let's
Okay.
say I don't know Tom Brady, and then you like Tom Brady,
Man, dude, that's crazy.
and then it started going from those kind of like phone dating things. You know, there's always like the speed dating, what other kind of dating things are there?
I didn't know about that, but I know the chat room was a dating thing.
Well, yeah, before like, well, that goes along with the online dating. People find chat rooms, like Christian singles ready to mingle. I don't know.
What about that country one? Farmersonly.com.
You even know the jingle? I don't
Yeah.
even remember that. You see, I don't pay attention to those things. But yeah, that's exactly what they used.
What about the people that actually they actually met someone online through something like that, like a phone or an app, website? You think they're ashamed of it? I
don't
know a
think
few
there's
people that lied in front of me, and I know the real reason. Like, I know how they met, but they don't. The girl doesn't admit it. She made up a whole different story, and I'm looking at her boyfriend. And I'm like, we're staring at each other in the eye, and I'm like, you know she's lying, right?
And he's just letting her.
Yeah. But I'm
Whoa.
like, I'll let it go. It's cool.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he just did it because it helps her feel better about her. Maybe she's kind of embarrassed how that happened. Oh, I don't want to let my family or my friends know that I met you on a dating website. Especially like when those websites were first coming out. Those are like those ditch efforts. Like, I can't meet somebody in real life, so fudge it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do this online. And people are like, ooh,
Many
what do you
people
mean
feel
you
like that.
met
Like,
someone online?
yeah.
You don't know what they're like. How do you know what they look like? How do you know this? And how do you know, people are so like, about it, turned off. So, there are some people who would be embarrassed about admitting that they met somebody through a dating website, chat room, whatever.
It's becoming a normal though.
Well, no, it's totally normal now.
Well, not completely normal, but it's getting there already.
No, I would say it's pretty normal now.
Really?
Yeah, like it's not.
So
it's not like
am I
a
the only
thing.
one that feels like that about it? Like,
Well, no, there's a lot of people who
I'm
would
like,
never use those
kinda
dating
like iffy about
websites
it.
or anything because they would rather go and meet somebody in person. But there are just as many or more people that would rather do the dating websites, or maybe they have tried meeting people in person and they keep striking out, and they're like, "Fudge it, I'm gonna go for it on this website," because you have access to a lot more people.
yeah. Well, people that want to date, because I know you walk up to a girl. I never done it, but you walk up to a girl to a bar. Of just stories I heard. They just give you the hand, the look, like get away from me.
Oh, like the girls do that to the guys?
Yeah, it shuts them down completely. I think it leaves them a scar. Like, it leaves them traumatized. Like, oh man, you left the guy scared. You don't want to do that again now.
Oh, you just gotta get back on the horse, as they say. You gotta just keep trying.
Yeah, but how many times after you keep getting shut down?
Well,
I think that's when the last
it
resort
depends. Are you going to
comes.
the same kind of places? Are you meeting the same kind of girls? And people get like, oh, all these girls don't want me. All these girls, I'm not. But if you're going to the bars all the time and that's where you're always getting shut down, why don't you try going to Starbucks? Go to the mall. Go to Round One. Go to different places
Round
other than the
One.
bars. Playing arcade, they got bowling. I like playing arcade games still.
Okay.
You never know. It was just an example. But for real though, you're going to the wrong places. If you keep going to the same ones and getting shot down, change the scenery.
Yeah, be careful with the clubs. Meeting girls at the clubs. Why? Because another guy might meet your girl at the club.
Well, that, and when you're going there, like with the purpose of like trying to find somebody, usually if you're going to the club, you're not going to find your one true love, because a lot of people are just going there to dance or to have a hookup or to get away, escape their realities, whatever the reason is. People who go to the clubs aren't necessarily looking for a relationship. So that's the wrong place.
You're looking for some trouble. You're looking for a headache. That's
That
what
or
you're
a good
looking
time.
for. Maybe.
When I go to the clubs, I don't go there with any intention of that. I don't go there to go talk to guys. I don't
Why
go there
is
to
that?
go meet people.
And then they tell you,
I don't go there
wanna
for any of
dance,
that.
and then you're like, no. And you left us confused, like, what the heck?
Well, the only reason that you got shut down is maybe that you weren't physically attractive. And maybe you got left in the middle of a song right after one because you weren't that good of a dancing partner.
So what makes a good dancing partner?
What do you mean? Obviously,
I know
somebody who dance.
I know what kind of music you like.
I like music with a rhythm, with a beat.
Okay.
You know, and if girls can tell right away when guys do not know how to dance, or all they know how to do is thrust you from the back. So that's not necessarily like a good dance partner. It's just somebody who's trying to be like pelvic thrust.
Pelvic thrust, yeah.
Like,
So what's a good move?
You need to stop.
What do you recommend us guys? The sprinkler?
Do the washing machine.
What the heck is that?
You know, you dance with the washing machine. You're doing like little hip movement.
I never heard of that.
You never heard of the washing machine?
They got the sprinkler. They got the one where you point your finger at the girl and you tell her to come here.
So is it like Saturday Night Fever? Or
Yeah.
like, what is this?
Oh man.
Is your boogie shoes on next or what?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so with social media, I feel like people have more options and people are screwing each other more. From what I hear.
Oh, you mean like just using it as a hookup?
Yeah.
Versus actually trying to make some real connections with people.
Yes. Like I have a friend who has a Plenty of Fish account. He has damn it, it says other free service. I can't remember what it was. Tinder. He has Tinder. And man, he said he has a girl for every weekend. And he uses it like as a hookup way. Like he even told me straight, I'm not looking for anything serious. I'm just using this.
Well, some people actually use it for just that, and I don't judge you. I mean, the tools are there. All you wanting is this, and when he meets the girls, he's up front with them, so they already know, and they probably just want the one thing too, and that's it.
Crazy, mind blowing.
Well, I don't think that's. I mean, I don't know. There's cons when it comes to those kinds of things. You know, people using it just as a hookup rather than trying to make real relationships or finding somebody that wants somebody.
Yeah, I told him like, damn, dude, use it for. I didn't know you could use it for that. He's like, he looks at me, and I'm thinking, holy crap, that's smart. Not that I would use it that way, but I'm like, dude, you're smart. Like, that's crazy. I didn't think of that at all.
Well, they want the same things.
Okay, so what about like when girls go on a date, right? And they taking pictures of themselves on the way there, in the car, of the food, of the candles, of the place, but they never take a picture of the guy.
Well, if it's just a first date, I'm not going to be taking a picture with anybody.
No, it's not even a first date. Like, they've been dating. Like, what's up with that? Like, are you...
Well, maybe she wants to wait until they're just dating and they're not official. They're not together. You know, why would she close up her options? I mean, unless they have the intent of having it go that way, because then, to be honest, why the hell is she taking so many damn selfies of everything? She's not talking to him. But that's just that new day and age where people spend half of their dates on their phones and the other half actually engaging. You know, you're not really engaging with the person because all you're doing is on your phone half the time.
I hate that.
So
I hate it.
What?
When you're on the table and you have once I see that you put your phone on the table, it's like you're waiting for somebody to text you or you don't want to be here.
What if they just feel more comfortable having it out there? Because a lot of people have a problem of like, oh no, my phone. And as long as they can see it, they feel better. It's like a...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
How do you know? Maybe it gives them a little bit of comfort.
New rule, leave your phone in the car. What if...
I wouldn't leave it in the car. I would at least leave it in my purse.
Okay. What if dating was like a job interview? Like they're asking you questions like, why did you leave your last relationship?
I don't think it should be exactly like a job interview, but I know like I wouldn't want to ask questions right away because I want to find out if this person is worth my time or not. Am I going to be messing around with this loser, or does this guy have potential and can I see it going somewhere? Shoot, I might bring a list of questions, be like, Let me see. Question 1. So, what are your goals in life?
Damn. Describe yourself in 3 words. And you're like, what?
You're like,
You gonna
tell
make me repeat
yourself.
myself? Oh, you know what?
I
Never
hate that
mind.
question
Avoid that
interviews.
question. He does not listen.
But you know, there are kind of things that are like speed dating things
Yeah.
that would be kind of like an interview, because they set you up and, like, let's say they have 10 girls and 10 guys. They have, 10 tables, and the girls are, let's say the girls are sitting down and the guys are the ones going from table to table, and you only have like a few minutes to actually talk with that person before you have to get up and move to the next table.
So what are these girls looking for? Are they actually looking for like besides their look? They don't care about the looks, right?
Well, let's just do aside from that.
Let's just say I'm a criminal. I have no job. I live with my parents. But you're good looking, like really good looking.
Well, I don't care how good looking you are. If you can't do anything else with that, then bye, Felicia. I hope that's what girls are saying.
Not even.
I hope that's what they're doing.
I've seen some girls that are like with some guys. It leaves me questioning. I'm like, damn, that
like
is
it.
crazy.
That guy
How'd
has
you get
nothing.
that?
And you still get it. Well, that's the closest thing I could think of for being like an interview, because you have to ask your questions so
Hey,
quickly.
that not good looking guy must have faked the interview.
Well, let's
Get
say
that girl.
Well, sometimes the speeding dating is a success, because what if you like somebody out of all those people? You're like, this guy seemed the most interesting, and you can try and exchange numbers or to hang out more. I'm not saying that it's completely just for not hooking up. Maybe some people do that. Probably a lot of people do that. But you never know. People go there with the intention of trying to meet somebody.
Mm-hmm. So what do girls look at, like for guys? What do they look for?
Probably somebody with some confidence, some self-esteem, somewhat physically attractive, somebody with a sense of humor, because most girls like to laugh. And even if you're not, the Brad Pitt of the bunch, then you're still funny and humor, quick and witty. So that stuff sticks with girls,
Okay. Do girls like guys with nice cars who have money?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of girls who like those things. I mean, to say, do girls like this? I mean, that's so generalized, because so many girls like so many different things. You got girls that are more materialistic than others, who would love a guy with a nice car, money, nice things, who's always looking fly. And then you have other girls who...
But what if he's like a total freaking asshole?
Well, some girls don't care about that, because like I said, they're materialistic. And then other girls won't put up with that, or if they do, it's not for long.
So they care about the image, right?
Some.
Okay,
Some.
I'm not okay. Some. My bad.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Not all girls do it, because by that same token, I could be like, why do guys go to these dating sites? And your response could be like, oh, they go to hook up. I mean, come on now.
I know it's some.
They go for ass and titties.
Oh my god, there she goes again. Here we go, guys. So I guess it's safe now to say that online dating is normal.
It's so normal. And there's so many tools to help you connect with people to try and make relationships. Now, how people use that is a different story. Because if people are looking to just hook up, well, yeah, I mean, it's super easy now. Whereas before, it's not that I don't think it ever was that hard. It's just that it wasn't as accessible as it is now,
All right, so I'll be comfortable to say I met Becky at Farmers Only. And if your mom says anything about it, or your dad, just be like, hey, it's the normal thing. Get used to it. Because that's what we got to do, right? Adapt to it.
Well, I know what my parents would tell me. They would tell me to be careful of like catfishing. There's too many people saying that they're one person, but they're really not, because you can just take photos and copy and paste it.
Okay.
So they would tell me to be careful of that, because people who use those dating websites also use it to trap whoever they're trying to supposedly, quote unquote, hook up with. So
what do you think the next step is, like in dating?
watch. It's gonna be like holograms. Because you see how they already come up with these like watches that are more kind of like not holographic. What are they called?
What are you talking about?
Like those Fitbit things that they're more like, they're really advanced. Have you seen that? They're more like touch, and you can do it on the skin and stuff like that. So imagine having that and then just being like, shoom, like Tony Stark, and having that technology just pop up from your watch or whatever. And then you can look at their girls and or boys and check out people's profiles and swish and swipe left and swipe right.
How do you feel about that whole Tinder thing?
I've never used those things. I've never liked those things, but that's just me.
It's crazy to just swipe left, swipe left. Swipe left is what? If you don't like the person?
Right. So you don't want that person, you're going to swipe left.
And then swipe right is
yes.
Yes.
Potential partner, or you know what, this guy doesn't, or this girl doesn't look that bad.
You're like, I never used that app before. You're all knowing about it.
Well, just because I know about it doesn't mean I don't.
Y'all know the features.
No. Yes, as you can see, the extent of my knowledge is swipe left, swipe right.
Wow, what about cheating in relationships?
There's always going to be that problem with any kind of dating.
I think it got easier now with all these platforms, social media, all these dating websites. It got easier now to cheat.
Well, see, and it goes back to that problem what I was talking about, how you don't know who is really posting. You know, you don't know how accurate, how truthful it is. What if you talking to a married man or a woman and you have no idea, because whatever's going on in their life, whatever, they created an account and now they're looking for people to hook up with.
But people don't really care if you're married now. There's
some people don't.
Respect.
They should, because I don't know why you would want somebody else's seconds. If somebody else is stepping on their relationship and people are like, "Oh no, it's just a hookup," that says a lot about that person too.
Oh, one thing I didn't mention, forgot to say it. When girls use guys to get free food.
What, and applying?
I don't think you understand,
dates?
because she'll text I'm hungry. Like giving hints, take me out to eat.
Is this like a story? Because I'm like, man, guys can do the same thing. And
Really?
there are plenty of girls who pay for guys who are dumb enough to be like, yeah, come on, let's go.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's girls that would just text you saying, I'm hungry. And if you look up, you search your phone number on their contact list, it won't say your name. It will say free food.
I don't know. Hopefully that's never happened to me, but I don't think
That's a joke.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is.
Lame.
That's how I see it. Like, what the heck? You're only calling me to get free food or what?
Well, it depends if you're constantly paying all the time. Are you going out with these same girls who be like, oh, buy me food? Because that's kind of on your bad. You're the dummy. Because you should have told them no. And they would have found some other dummy to pay.
Ooh, who's the next victim? Man. You guys need to cut it out with that stuff. But yes, it falls on guys too.
Well,
Wait,
yeah, it falls on both. That's why I'm like, wait,
that?
How do girls always get the bad rap for doing all this stuff? I'm like,
But I can't see guys doing that.
But guys do that.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I actually know somebody
who gets free food. That girl pays for all of it.
Yeah, I do. They would hit them up and they would go out, and the only way that they would go out together is if she paid for everything, and she did. And they went out and they still had all their good time and everything. And they didn't care because they got to go out with who they wanted to go out with.
Okay.
You know?
So what do you think people cheat the most at? Like workplace, school?
I think a lot of times it's the workplace, only because you're in constant contact with those people. Like if you're working 4 and 5 days a week, that's how many times you see those people, and you see them for, let's say, a regular shift, like 8 hours, you know?
Yeah.
So your bonds, you end up developing relationships, platonic relationships, because they're people that you work with consistently enough, you know?
I got a crazy story. So I have a friend who was a manager at 2 warehouses. And he was telling me that those warehouses jobs, he's like, I will never have my wife working in a warehouse. I'm like, why, dude? Dude, they're whorehouses.
What?
I'm like, yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, everybody's screwing each other, dude.
I've worked worked at a warehouse before, and I never saw any of that.
Were you there long enough?
No, it was only like only like what, a month, maybe
You weren't there enough to people to get to know you.
2. I guess because I didn't really like go out and socialize and talk with all these people. Like I kind of stuck with certain people, and that was it. There's so many people there. I can't go around talking to everybody, be my friend.
Well, anyways, he was like, he would hire girls on purpose. I'm not gonna say his name or the company he works at.
Well, yeah. Why would you?
Let's give him a name. Let's call him
Bob.
Bob? Really?
Hi, Bob.
Okay. Bob was telling me that he would hire girls on purpose because he started noticing that guys were showing up to work more. There'll be less days off. They'll call off less. And he would hire really good looking girls. So he started noticing everybody was coming to work. The guys started coming to work like smelling good. Everybody had haircuts.
Smelling good. We got a cologne before I come in here.
Yeah, everybody.
Cindy's here.
Everybody seemed more productive, a little bit happier.
Oh my god!
Because they wanted to show off that they can work fast in front of the girls.
That's too funny.
Hey, but he said it worked.
It's such like a basic primitive motive, but yeah, I bet you it worked.
It worked, and yeah, it was crazy. I could not believe it. But he was just like, he made me think like, damn, I don't want my girl working at a warehouse next.
Well, I don't know. Like I didn't notice that. You're right though. I didn't stay long enough to notice that. I always feel like in the warehouses there are a lot more guys than there are girls.
Can you get fired for doing stuff like that? Like hiring girls more than guys? Or
it depends how you put it in your paperwork when you're doing the hiring process.
But he's hiring girls for that reason.
It's not like, but on the paperwork he's not stating that. That's just what he told you, his personal reasons for doing that.
Damn.
When managers do those things, they're not gonna say on the paperwork hired because she was hot. You know?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. He would just say he got tired of people calling off, trying to get shifts covered.
So he gave the guys a reason to come into work.
Yeah.
That's kind of smart, but I mean, I don't know. Questionable tactics.
He left me shocked.
He left you shook.
So all you warehouse managers out there, just kidding. No advice for that, right?
Right.
Let's just leave it as is.
I know. Hush up now. What are you trying to say?
I'm going to edit that out later on.
Good.
What else we got? Let's see. So pretty much dating, it's changed a lot. Like people are cheating more. There's the higher divorce rate. And we went from face to face to a freaking screen now. Like I don't even have to show my emotions in front of you to tell you how I feel.
Well, yeah, and
you don't have to see my face.
Things are misinterpreted through text.
You won't feel my, how should I say, like my shyness, my nervousness.
Your nervousness?
Is that a word?
I don't think nervousness is.
It's a word now.
As of right now?
Yeah.
Okay, clocked it in.
Clock it in, guys. Nervousness, a word.
You know what it is that I think just the rules or whatever of dating has changed dramatically since introducing online dating. Because think about it, like before online dating happened, going back a bit further, gentlemen had to court a lady. You had to ask parents' permission to take her out. The woman was the one who kind of set the terms of the dating, and you followed the woman's lead because you're courting her. And then it went from that to just looser rules. Guys stopped, relying on that. Mm-hmm. Like guys started, the rules just became more flexible. They became less restricted. Guys and girls were going out unsupervised or going here and going there. And dating kind of like,
I like that. We don't have to walk to the doorstep and tell them we're outside. Now I just shoot them a text. Hey, I'm outside.
I hate that.
Come on.
I guess I'm a little bit old-fashioned thinking, but like, come to the door, man. You're here to pick me up for a date. I'm not your homie.
So your dad can tell me off?
That doesn't happen all the time. That's in movies.
You know how many times how dads threaten me? They're gonna freaking kill me if anything happens to my daughter. And I'm like, dude,
Shoot, they're trusting some little punk to take out their daughter. How do they know you're safe?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Right?
Damn. Imagine when our daughter goes on her first date.
I'm gonna be just like that, Dad.
Have my gunpoint with a musket.
A musket?
Yeah.
Out of all things, I was like, wait a minute.
Freaking bow and arrow and shit.
But you see, and so people had to go out and meet. They had to go out and socialize. How did I meet people before? As a friend of a friend, because when I was young and, before the internet, like
young
full
and dumb.
on dating.
Don't forget young and dumb.
Before dating sites came up, you had to, meet people. So you kind of met friends of a friends. Maybe you were at like the gas station and your friend was there with their cousin and their cousin was hot. And so that's how you met them. And then you get introduced to people that way. You know what I mean? Unless you actually sought people out.
Now you just do it online. Like Facebook. Just
yeah.
scroll and add random girls.
Now you can just put your profile out there and see if anybody matches up with you. And once you get matched up with people, then you're like, oh, this person's a match. Let me see what they're about. And then you talk. But like what you were saying, it can be impersonal, but people use the dating websites for that reason. They don't want to do that face-to-face. It's that anxiety, I guess, of meeting face-to-face.
I met a girl on Facebook one time. We went out like, I think twice. It just felt weird.
Was it awkward?
Yeah. I thought people it's not what I thought it was going to be.
Talk more online, and when they get in person, they feel awkward. They're like, because...
Dude, online, I was being like
spot.
a goofball. And then in person, I just completely shut down.
You got so nervous. You're like, the sky's blue today. It's pretty hot today. Huh, Sarah?
How's the weather?
Like
Becky?
75 degrees?
Yeah.
It's a little chilly.
Little chilly here.
I never used those things. I always met people through somebody else. Mm-hmm. I always, like, if I went with my friends out, let's say to the movies or whatever, and then their friends came and we went to like Dave and Buster's and stuff, and that's how I met people. Who's that? And they tell them, oh, that's so and so, and somehow you kind of just try to talk to them a little bit, and you end up talking to them. And you kind of, if you feel something, you feel it, and if you don't, you don't.
Oh, you know why I stopped talking to that girl?
Why?
She was on her phone a lot, dude. Like,
she's probably texting other guys.
Damn, no respect around here.
Well, because I guess, you know what? People always give, like, let's say girls crap for doing that, but I don't know how things are going to end with you. I'm going to keep my options open. It's just a date.
Like that? I know, but you're on a date. Like, be respectful, man.
No. Yeah, I totally agree with that. If you're going on a date and if you're not feeling it, make up some excuse. Have them call in the middle. Oh my gosh, I have to go, but it was so nice. Thank you for a beautiful evening. That might be a little bit much, but still.
Anyway, she was on her phone a lot, and when I asked her questions, she was just straight answer. It was like,
oh, she wouldn't even try to conversate.
It's not like a follow-up.
Yes.
Like, you can answer a question.
Yeah.
But
like the way I just did yes?
Yes, like that. But she wouldn't say yes. She'll answer it. But there's no follow-up like, okay, I don't
you're like, so is the story
Isn't
the
it like
story's
you're
over?
supposed to say like, oh, what about you, Bernie?
Well, yeah, you kind of keep it engaging, Otherwise, the conversation just falls short. And what happened to you?
But online, it was different. Like, it was like that.
Because people felt a lot more comfortable talking
huh?
online. There's not that person staring back at you, watching you. Oh, and that awkward trying to make conversation, because there's no awkwardness when it's just you chatting on the computer.
Yeah, I don't do that online thing. Heck no.
Better not.
Nope.
It would have been like 10 years ago.
Search my name, you find me. You find me on Tinder. I'm gonna swipe left on you. Laters.
So I'm gonna do to you if I ever find your profile there.
Well, you're not gonna find me on the Bernie. I'm a whole different person online. Ooh. Hey guys, she got a gun to my head. Call 911. I repeat, 911.
No, don't listen to him, okay? That's not happening.
I know. You're scaring the audience here.
You are. It's
Okay.
your crazy bullshit.
You know what's crazy about dating and fucking around and cheating? When people cheat and you have a family, man. Like, how do people do that? You're risking your wife, your kids, your house. You're gonna lose a lot of money.
I don't know. Maybe they figure you gotta risk it to get the biscuit.
That's a big risk. Like,
That's a huge risk. That's a risk that you shouldn't be taking.
man. You know the crazy thing, the Kevin Hart scandal? Remember he got caught cheating?
Oh yeah, and they ended up telling him, "Give me money, or I'm gonna tell everybody about us."
Yeah,
And they had
so-
pictures and chats.
Yeah. Apparently he fucked around with this one girl in Vegas. I don't know who she was. I think she was a Instagram model. She was pretty big on Instagram. And Kevin was fucking with her. And what happened? Oh yeah, she had text messages and pictures of them together kissing, blah blah blah. And he would constantly message Kevin Hart. She would constantly message Kevin Hart saying that if you don't pay me this much money, I'm gonna release these photos and your wife's gonna end up leaving you. So he was paying for it, giving her the money all the time, and until one day he just got tired of it, of the threats, and he just came out clean.
Well, see, then you think about how they met. Through online dating. They met through maybe he followed her on Instagram if she was an Instagram model, or maybe she was a groupie and she was at his things more. Because, how do you get access to girls like that unless they seek you out, or you are following them on pages, following them on, like, scandalous looking pictures?
Yeah.
Really?
Damn. Instagram models are coming up. They were saying, imagine if they take the like button off. It will end so many careers. Because people have so many jobs doing that, like off of likes. They make their money that way.
Well, yeah.
Because they got to show how many likes to get in order to get the sponsors out.
They have to reach a quota for them to get paid. And so that's why they be posting what they post of themselves, because they need all of those people.
Yeah.
But exactly, that's what I'm telling you. Like, he had to have followed her. How did she catch his eye?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Point slid into the DMs.
Yeah. Don't risk it, guys. Do not risk it. And that's it for today. We got nothing left. You got anything else to add?
No, just check us out on Spotify. Look us up.
Yeah, guys. We are now on Spotify. So go on iTunes also. Rate us. Give us a comment. And we're also on Instagram. Bernie_G92. You can find me there. Marley here doesn't want to give out her information. She wants to keep it private. But that's cool with me. Yeah, she's rolling her eyes at me.
Yeah, I roll. If only you could see me now.
They're going to fall out if you keep doing that. All right, guys. Stay tuned for next episode.